So welcome to Ustream. I'll do a brief introduction and then you can call me on Skype at Rebecca Maroon, and I'll take questions that way. So there's nothing to offer that seeker here. That energy will continuously seek and it will never find what it's looking for. It can never find what it's looking for. What it's looking for doesn't exist. And yet it's here, it's nothing and everything. But it can't be found because it doesn't exist, it's nothing. And yet it's everything that is appearing. But that energy needs something, it wants something, it needs something. It's desperate. And what's being pointed to here is freedom, which isn't something that the seeker can have. But what else can the seeker do but seek? That's what it does. It's meant to do that, it does that. hence the name Seeker. But it can't find what it's looking for. It can't find it in the material world. It can't find it in others, in relationships. So it tries to then find it in spiritual ideas and concepts and hopes. And it's beautiful in a way. It tries to find it everywhere. And all the offerings are mirages? Can you say mirages, plural? Mirages. You think it's the partner, and you see it. Oh, I want a partner. I can see it, and you move towards it, and it's empty. It doesn't give you what you're seeking. It doesn't fulfill you. Oh, I want it in a career. I can see it, and you move towards it, and it's not found in that either. The house, the new iPhone, the whatever it is. Even in being a spiritual teacher or speaker, it's in that. Everything is tried. And it's beautiful. It's so nice. Because it can't be found. What's looked for can't be found. Which sounds really awful, but it's beautiful because... So then, where is it? If it isn't in these objects, these things, these ideas, then where is it? What's left is what is. Nothing and everything. So this message isn't offering that seeker then anything. It doesn't say it's here in this jar, it's here, you can have it, you can find it. It isn't saying that. It isn't speaking to that speaker, that seeker who's seeking for something. It's an expression of unconditional love, of what is, of freedom. It's a pointing back to nothing. A pointing back to people. I've heard people say like it's who you really are. I can understand that it's who you really are, but it's not really who you really are. But I can understand that who you really are, or I prefer to say a pointing back to what is, the nothingness that is. All that is nothing. Nothing is what's speaking, nothing is what's listening. Nothing's doing everything, being everything, is everything. So if you want to call in, then feel free to call in now on Skype. Hi Lee.
Hello. Oh, I can't hear you again. Can you call me?
Okay, I'll call you back.
Thanks.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi, can you hear me now?
Yeah, that worked. That works again.
Yeah.
Worked last time. So you talk about nothing sometimes, like everything and nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can understand what everything is. I mean, anyone can understand what everything is. It's just everything. But when you talk about nothing, I kind of, have ideas about what you might mean, but I don't feel like I ever really understand it,
Yeah.
because normally nothing just means like the absence of something.
Yeah.
It's not really something in its own right. I mean, when you say it, do you mean like no individual thing, or is it something different?
No, I mean nothing.
Not that.
I mean nothing. Nothing. You can't even conceptualize nothing. It isn't a thing you can imagine, or it's nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's not space or a blackness, or it's nothing. You can't imagine it. It's nothing. The brain can't imagine nothing because it isn't a thing to imagine. has no quality or description you can label it as to imagine it. It's nothing. So it can't be known.
No, it doesn't make sense.
No.
So you saying that this everything is nothing?
Yeah. Nothing is everything. Yeah, everything is nothing. Can you
Everything.
hear me? Okay, you keep doing that.
Yeah, it's so faint. I can hear it at least,
Yeah.
but it's really faint. But it always is.
Mm.
It's annoying. I don't know how to solve that.
Um,
I mean, you did talk me through the thing, and it's on the full volume on the Skype,
Okay.
so I don't understand.
Are you on a phone or tablet or something?
This is the laptop.
Oh, right. Because my phone's quite low, but my laptop's okay, so
Yeah,
I don't know then.
it hasn't always been like that. The first few times it was completely normal.
Okay. Yeah. Am I in sync on the Ustream? The audio and the video?
No, it's always.
It's still...
Ustream's always about half a minute behind, but that's always the case, isn't it? I don't think you can change that.
Yes, it's behind the Skype, but is my lips in time with your audio on Ustream?
Oh, you mean on Ustream?
Yeah, not on Skype, on Ustream.
Oh, yeah, perfect.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Okay. But that's something at least.
So I can lip read?
On Ustream, yeah.
Skype?
On Skype? You don't need to on Skype, do you? You can hear me on Skype, okay?
Only
Well,
just.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
I concentrate. I kind of want to know what you mean by nothing, and you've tried to explain it.
It's impossible.
It's
impossible.
I don't get it at all.
Yeah, you won't get it. It's impossible. You
Right.
can't get something that doesn't exist. Nothing doesn't exist as something, so you can't understand it.
No.
This brain doesn't understand nothing because it can't. It just is nothing being everything. Nothing. No thing is an actuality anymore. It's empty. It's empty. It's nothing. It's just empty. Every appearance is empty.
It's not to do with it like appearances coming and going, like they're always changing, therefore they don't really have any solid existence. You don't mean that?
Do I mean that? In a way, yeah.
Oh, right.
But they're empty. The appearances are empty. The hand, the computer, the thoughts, they've always gone.
Yeah.
You can't grasp them. They've gone.
Yeah. Because I can understand that. If I can understand that, does that mean that that's not what you're talking about?
No, yeah, that's not it then. That's another appearance.
Yeah.
But that is it as well. It's an appearance. Everything is it.
Yeah.
But it's just empty. It means nothing, and the brain can't work this out.
No.
It can't work it out.
Yeah. It was kind of the terminology that well, I suppose it's to do with the whole subject you're talking about, but I feel like it's just the terminology I don't understand, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's because what the terminology means, what you mean when you're saying nothing. Anyway. Another thing, I've only got 2 questions.
Okay.
This is my other question, and again, it's sort of terminology, but it's sort of about something deeper. Is sometimes when speakers or seekers are talking, they say, "What's happening here?" It's like instead of saying "it's happening to me," it's kind of a way around that, and they say "it's happening here." Or they say, what's happening here is laughter is bubbling up, right? So, but that's
what's happening here. Yeah.
Right. And I think, but here, that is a specific location, so that must mean that is the centre. That is the centre of the world to you. Like if you said it, wouldn't that mean that you were saying that you are a centre?
Yeah.
When you say there's laughter here.
There's laughter here. Like it. I don't think it means. Well, if I was to say, what would I say? There's what can I say?
I mean, aren't your everything you hear is in Rebecca's ears, and everything you see is in Rebecca's eyes.
No, I don't think it. I don't think it relates to this body or this entity, this physical form. It doesn't relate to that. If I say, for example, if I say there's laughter here, then there's laughter here.
Yeah.
Well, I even say that, but there's laughter here. It doesn't relate to.
I mean, where is here when you say that?
Yeah, here. Like you could say, in the experience or in what's happening is laughter, and you could say here, but it's just a reference, just to say here.
But
it doesn't relate to anyone.
Rebecca's experience rather than Lee's experience.
Yeah.
Because there could be laughter there, but not laughter here.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to say that in non-duality?
Say what you want.
Say what we want.
But it's not relating just to here. It's not limited to just here, the body. Like I could say here, there's computer, there's Lee on the screen, there's lamp. I guess it relates to this experience, don't say awareness, but the experience. So I could say here, meaning the experience. There's computer, wall, an image of someone called Lee, there's hands, table, here.
So when you say this, did you say this experience? When you say this experience, is that your experience?
No. Just what's happening. What's happening?
So it's everything. Is it everything that's happening?
Everything's happening. Yeah. Everything is this. Whereas I guess the usual way of seeing everything might be things that aren't appearing. So everything might be seen as, I don't know, the moon or a different country or the back garden. I can't see the back garden, it's not here. But there's wall, there's table, there's chair. This is everything.
Yes.
There's thoughts, there's hands. This is everything that's happening. There isn't a moon, there isn't a other country, there isn't a back garden.
Yes.
It doesn't exist other than as an idea. There's an idea could appear of a moon, of another country, or a back garden. That would be an idea appearing, an image appearing of a moon, of other country.
Yeah. So if you walked out into your back garden, it wouldn't be you walking out into your back garden. It would just be an experience that was changing.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Not even experience, but you can say that. But there'll be the grass, there'll be the sky, car,
So
whatever. That would be everything.
What's
all there
appearing will have changed.
Seemingly, in appearances, different appearances appearing, but it would still be nothing. But there'll be car now, and there'll be tree and grass and dog. That will be everything. There'll be thoughts and whatever. But it never actually changes. It's always this, nothing, with everything.
Yeah.
As everything.
Yeah.
Appearances appearing.
Yeah. This is always this, but this is always changing.
It seems to, but not really.
No.
Not really.
Oh.
There's always just appearances appearing. Always just things appearing and disappearing.
Yeah.
And they can't be kept or held onto. They're always appearing and disappearing.
Yeah. Everything's doing that. No. It's not that I'm watching everything appear and disappear. There just is everything appearing and disappearing, including what I think, including what is thought of as me.
Appearing and disappearing.
Just everything. Yeah, I think that's all my questions. I think I ran out of questions because I wasn't sure whether you'd be here or not.
Okay.
And I think, my mind stopped sort of preparing.
Okay. I hoaxed you.
Pardon?
I did a hoax. I pulled a hoax on you.
I can't hear you.
A hoax.
Hoax?
Yeah, the word hoax, like a pretense. A joke. I wasn't going to be here and I'm here.
Oh, I see. Hoax. Yeah. Oh, right. I wondered what was going on.
No, I'm only joking.
That was very elaborate. I think you've convinced lots of people.
Well, there are 5 viewers, so that's average. That's average, I think. 5, 6, 7 sometimes. But
That's quite normal, isn't it?
yeah.
Did you go around telling everyone then? Or?
That wasn't going to be here.
Yeah.
Just on here and on my blog, I think. That was it.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway. I finished now, and
Okay.
thank you very much for being here.
No
I
problem.
really appreciated it.
Yeah, that's what happened. I came back. The feeling not to be here passed, so.
Okay. Did I ever show you how messy this room is?
No.
What?
You haven't, no.
Oh no, it doesn't. We've tidied it all up, and if I'd show you how messy it was, I was just going to show you how tidy it was.
Oh, I see, right. No.
But there's not really any point.
I like your owl picture on the wall. Is it an owl? 2 owls behind your head?
Oh, my wife made those out of wire.
Oh, okay.
She's very clever. She's very crafty.
Oh, yeah.
See them?
What are the green bits made out of?
Stones. That's stones
Oh,
off the beach.
okay. Oh, lovely.
That's glass, that's been washed.
Yeah.
It's been smoothed by the sea.
Okay.
Yeah. She also made this owl. Where is it? There. Out of pottery.
Okay.
Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see, yeah.
Yeah. That's it. But there's a tidy room. It was all boxes and things.
Okay.
Yeah, anyway.
Is that your little play room then, your box room?
This is where I come to do my, well, studying, meditating,
Okay. Yeah.
reading,
Oh, nice.
things like that. Yeah, we call it the study.
So,
Well, I think I finished. I haven't got any more questions,
okay.
so I should go really.
Thanks. Thanks for calling in, Lee, as always.
Yeah.
Nice
Thank
to
you
talk
for
to you.
being here.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Is that you, Josh? Oh. So the line is free for someone to call in. What's that? Oh, Stuart. Does this seem true to you? There are no objects, only relationships. There's no relationships either, Stuart. Do you want to call in, Stuart? We have no caller at the moment, so you're free to call in. Relationship requires two. It requires two objects. Is he going to call? Ah, he's calling.
Hello.
Hiya.
Let me just get rid of this sound on the. Hold on. There, I think that would work. So, so what did you just say to what I said? I didn't hear.
Oh, I think it was no relationships either.
Okay, because I just read that in a physics video that there is nothing. Nothing exists except when you see it. I mean, a human mind sees it, and then it said that nothing exists. There is only relationships of things that make you think they. And I didn't know what that meant, so I thought you might know.
Yeah. can understand, like, when a thing appears, so keyboard appears, then there's a registering and a labeling of what's being seen, but it's not a reality. It's not a real object. It's just an appearance of what we call keyboard. But when that separate someone is real in here, then this keyboard is also a real thing out there. But it's an appearance. It's an appearance. And when it isn't appearing, it doesn't exist anymore. When it isn't appearing, there is no keyboard. It doesn't exist.
I get the reasoning. I just don't have the experience. I don't have the shift that you had.
Yeah.
When you had that shift, what exactly happened? Or what happened before it? Or,
Yeah.
you know, what caused it?
I don't know. I know it's a really bad answer, but I don't know about what happened. There was just somebody living in life, and then there's just what's happening. There's just what is happening.
It's not that you were at a sad song and someone said something profound and all of a sudden you realized there was an epiphany.
No, nothing
It
like
just
that.
came out of nowhere.
Let's say that. Let's go with that one. It came out of nowhere. It came out of nowhere. Yeah. I guess the story of Rebecca stopped appearing.
And had you been studying non-duality for a long time
Listening.
before that happened?
Listening to it for a long time. Yeah, maybe. I first heard The Power of Now in 2007, I think. So.
But did you go to a sad song? Did you meet with someone who was enlightened in person?
I went to a few retreats. Yeah, I went to see Mooji, Eckhart Tolle, then Mooji, then Tony, saw Lisa. Yeah.
Because Tony sometimes talks about there being an energy transfer during the meeting. That
Okay.
someone walks in, but no one walks out.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
But nobody really walks in either. There can be a dream of someone as if there's somebody there walking in, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, from what I've read, it's like there's two things that's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
One is that you realize there's no personal self. And the second, I forgot what the second one is. Is there more? Is that what it? Does that lead to everything? Because you've referred to everything's wonderful. It's love. You know, how does no self wind up being love? You know, I don't see the sequence.
Because without there being a separate somebody, then there's everything. There's nothing and everything. There's love. There's freedom. When that false I'm a limit in here, and the world's out there isn't appearing anymore, that false illusory I'm in here isn't there, then there's just freedom. Because life's not happening to someone anymore. It's just life happening. It's not happening to me. They aren't my thoughts. They aren't my emotions, my bad or good actions. It's just life happening. Being rude's happening. It's just happening without it being me in here doing it. That's freedom. That's love. Unconditional love. When everything is for no one.
So in that case, your love isn't defined. You're not defining it as want and need. You're defining it as something else, not want and need.
Not want and need, no.
It's not the normal
No.
kind of love.
Not the human, I need you to complete me love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you chose the word love for whatever that is.
Because it is. It's love. Unconditional love. That's what it is.
So is it love as it's love? It's not love for something, or is it love for something?
No. It's just unconditional love.
It's love as a space almost.
Space, fullness, whatever. All of it.
Yeah.
Fullness, emptiness.
Yeah.
All of
I mean,
it.
sometimes I look at my cup. I love my cup. You
Your
want
cup?
to see my cup?
Oh.
Cup? I love it. It's
That's cute. Yeah.
stoneware. I love stoneware. Anyway, I look at it and I sometimes think that it's something, and then it's nothing, and I'll get a good feeling, like it's both, and
Yeah.
something and nothing,
Yeah.
or it's everything and nothing, or
Yeah.
both at once, fullness and emptiness.
Yeah.
But that doesn't last. That's not a shift. What you had was a shift. What I'm having, I don't know what that is. It's something that just lasts for moments when you're trying to notice it. Okay, before you woke up, you had moments of what looked like a shift, but just lasted a short time, right?
There were, let's say, glimpses. There were, which to me isn't really what I would call it, but let's just call it glimpses for ease of language. But like being at Moody's place in Portugal, and there was this like the mountains were like so alive, and yet so pretend and false at the same time.
Wow.
It was just so beautiful. And being at Tony's, seeing the tree in the garden, it was so, again, pretend and dreamlike, and yet so alive. So that happened a few times. Being in doctor's surgery, the walls were just so wally. There's some walls, and so that happened. But yeah, it disappeared. It was nothing. It didn't mean anything.
And then you lost it.
I didn't really have it anyway, but it just.
Okay, I know that. I mean, it was there momentarily.
It was an experience. It came and it went.
Right, but when you say unconditional love, it isn't the experience that comes and goes. Now.
No.
It's something else.
Yeah. But it doesn't mean that it's always like happy and pink and fluffy. It's not always like this kind of like skipping place. It's not always like some.
So you have to notice it, or
No.
It's always like that. So what happens that makes the change?
Well, just life happens. Different things happen. Different thoughts. Different appearances. People come, people go. Different emotions, things to do. Different actions are happening, and it's just what's happening. The action, the thought, the emotion. All of it is unconditional love. All of it is beautiful, but it's not always like this idea of it all being always happy, always jovial, and it's not always like that.
So it goes, but I mean, is it going? So in other words, you're not constantly in a state of some kind of bliss.
Yeah, this is beyond the human. It's beyond the person and what the person's or the human's doing or not doing. It's nothing to do with the person or the moods or the thoughts or the environment the person's in. It's irrelevant what's happening. It's irrelevant. It's totally irrelevant of what is happening in terms of the environment or the emotions. It's all of it. So regardless of whether there's crying or whether there's laughing or there's anger or it's regardless of any of it. All of it is God. All of it is it.
Wow.
All of it is it. That's the beauty. It's everything. It's not about being a still Buddha or being some kind of saint or holy person. This is about everything. Life as it is. The character as it is. The issues as they are. The world as it is. Not some glossy, peaceful place. The grit, the dirt. All of it. That's the beauty of it.
Even anger or sadness is it.
All of it. Yeah.
It's like it's almost there.
It is. Yeah.
So, do you believe this, that you didn't need to actually be in the same room with an enlightened person in order to wake up? That
Sorry?
there isn't a matter of energy switching from.
Oh. I wouldn't know about that. I don't.
Well, if you just
What?
read books, do you have an opinion? But you don't know, of course. You couldn't know.
Yeah, because the book didn't lead to anything. Nothing. No action or behaviour led to this being this. So going to a retreat happened. It just happened. There was a pull to go and see a speaker. That happened.
So what I'm trying to get at is, did you somehow connect with the speaker in such a way as to experience what he was experiencing?
No.
Or-
No.
So it's not.
I wouldn't say that. No.
Huh. Because it's almost like I can feel you right now. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, and I can sort of feel that sense.
Yeah.
What you're describing.
It's so beautiful. I think I want to do more live talks. I'm thinking because it's so alive. It's so here. And it's just nice to see the human and to connect and to express this. It's so beautiful. It really is alive. Because this is it. This is it. This is everything and nothing. This is it. It's not in time. It's not getting there. It's not in the future. You're not going to work your way to it. It already is this.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah. Neither do I. That was the dream. There was somebody. That's the dream. There's somebody who's on a journey to get somewhere. That's the dream. There's somebody existing, moving towards liberation, moving towards enlightenment or fulfillment. That's the dream playing out. As if it's heading somewhere in time. It's not true. There's this. Always this. With a dream playing out in it. But that dream isn't a reality. It's a dream appearing. It leads nowhere. This is it. This is it.
But you know, I'm guessing there are people who are awake that could have someone living right with them, a husband or wife, but who are totally not getting it, right?
What do you
I mean,
mean?
you have close associates, friends, who just don't pick up on anything of this, and nothing. From observing you, from watching you, from being with you, that nothing happens to them. They stay. I'm asking.
Oh. I don't really have any close friends, to be honest. I think my husband's going through awakening. I think he's going through kind of awakening. My ex-husband.
Yeah. And that's because of something that you're either saying or.
No.
Well, then
No.
how come it's happening to you?
That's what's happening in that particular human.
and it has nothing to do with this particular human.
No, I wouldn't say it. No,
No.
no.
Huh.
Like there's no, like there was no part that this human played in attracting that human, and us having sex and having children. There was no one here who had any part in that, or in doing anything. So how can, I don't see any connection to it being down to this particular human. It just happens. It all just happens.
So it's not.
It all happened on its own. Us meeting, being born here, him being born there. It all just happened. It wasn't like it was linked to me or because it's just what happens.
But if he wasn't married to you, maybe it wouldn't have happened. Is what I'm saying.
But that's an impossibility. How could that be even be known? That's an imagination. If it didn't happen, but that's like an imagination.
Yeah. Okay.
Like it can't be gotten wrong. Or all right, whatever's happening is what's happening. You couldn't have bought the wrong car. You couldn't have gone to the wrong neighborhood and got attacked. That's what was happening. That happened. The thought came to turn left, not right. That's what happened. You couldn't have chosen to go right rather than left. See, I could have gone left or right. It's an imagination. You couldn't have gone left or right. What happened, happened.
So then it's also no longer believing in cause and effect.
Sorry?
In self, in being a cause. That you don't believe you
cause and effect,
things. Yeah. Things happen.
Things happen, yeah. And you could say there's a seeming cause, but that's like such a limited place to stop. You could say, okay, so my house caught on fire, and you could say the cause of that was because I left the stove on. Then what caused that to happen? Oh, I was sleeping late and I left it on by accident because I was working all week and I was really tired. What caused that to happen? Oh, because my husband left me and I had to. You can't find what the original cause was. There's always a before that cause and a before that cause. You can't find the root cause. It's all just happening. It isn't really the cause. It's just a way to communicate a reason why this happened. You don't really know why it happened. You don't really know what actually caused something to happen.
Right. Okay. I don't know what to say. I'm looking at my notes just because I write notes.
Okay, that's okay.
I know what I have been doing for years and years is when I would have a moment of some kind of experience, an epiphany, that I then make, it would go away, and I then try to make a mental copy of it and hold on to it to bring it back. And that's just futile, spinning my wheels. It's just a waste of time. I mean, that's what my mind has been doing for 50 years, is having a moment of something profound happening, like becoming one with the forest I was sitting in, that it's gone, but then I try to hold on to it as a mental picture, and that doesn't help. It's a lie. The mental part is nothing. right?
Um, well, what happened? What happened in the woods or the forest we were in? What seemed to happen in the forest? It seemed to be different to leaving the forest and seeing the houses on the street, or seeing the dog, or seeing the bus going past.
Yes.
The forest bit was it, but this street isn't it. This is just a street, it's just a dog, it's just a house, it's just the bus going past. When really everything is it.
Everything is it.
Whether being in a yoga position, or being in meditation, or being in the supermarket, whether shouting at your next door neighbour, or hugging your child or something, all of it is it. It's just when that energy is seeking for something better.
When that energy what?
It's seeking for something better than what's happening. It's yeah.
If it's seeking something better, it isn't what it is. It isn't what is.
Well, it's suffering. It's suffering. It's suffering. Being something, it's suffering.
Well, there's got to be some appeal to suffering, or
Got to be what? Sorry.
there's got to
Appeal.
be some appeal,
Appeal.
a connection to
okay.
suffering, or the original state wouldn't have be set aside for the dualistic state. If the dualistic state is suffering, then it must be appealing somehow for a person to not be able to see anymore the non-dualistic state, right?
But the person is the duality. The person is the seeking and the suffering. The person can't set it aside and then not be suffering anymore. The person itself is the suffering. The being something solid and real is the suffering. So it has to seek to end that suffering. So it's caught in a trap. It has to seek to end feeling so awful about being something. But it can't find what it's seeking. It can't find fulfillment in what it can find. Object, thing. It can't find what it's looking for. But it can only just keep seeking. With hope it will get there. It'll find it one day. And it can't get out of that. It can't escape that. Its whole function is to seek.
The what?
Its whole function is to seek. Is to seek.
Right.
Is to be something on a journey to get somewhere better. It can only exist as that. It can't exist. It can't exist here. There's nothing here. It can't be someone in this. It has to exist. It can only exist in a journey in time.
And even that journey in time.
Sorry?
And even that journey in time, that suffering,
yeah,
is
that's
what is.
Yeah.
But it isn't noticed. Okay.
It isn't noticed.
Right. What isn't noticed, but the story is noticed.
Don't think it is noticed. It isn't noticed. It feels like it's a reality. it feels like it's real, it's a reality, its story is its life, it's a real existence. It doesn't see it as a story, it sees it as reality. It sees it as how things are. I exist, I'm in life, I have a life. It's not a story to it. It's real. It's reality.
You're talking about non-duality now, not duality, right? I'm getting mixed up here.
Duality.
Oh, duality.
Well, duality is the apparent person.
Yeah,
You feel separate from everything else.
right.
So there's me and then there's life. There's me and then there's thoughts. There's me and then there's emotion. There's me and then there's you. That's duality. But it's based on me. There being a me first. And then other and world and everything else. But it doesn't exist. It's an appearance. It doesn't exist. Where is it? Where is the person?
Exactly. Yeah. I ask myself that every day. Where am I? And I don't get an answer because I can't find me, and so I start to fade away. But then I get on with life, and the routine, the habits, are bring me back in, even though I know if I try to look that I can't find me.
That's an annoying question for you now. Who is looking? So
Yeah.
you're trying to look for this person. Who is the one looking for the person?
It's got to be no one. I mean, it has to be no one because it
Well,
can't be someone. Because the answer is either I don't know. If it's multiple choice, the answer is either I don't know, or there is no one looking, and there is no point of reference. And see, that makes me feel kind of interesting. When there's no one looking at the suffering, then all there is really is noticing, but no one doing it.
I mean, intellectually, that can be correct intellectually, but the experience tends to be I feel as if I am in here existing and I'm looking, I'm noticing, I'm trying to find this person. I feel as if you're in here, there's somebody in here.
Right. Well, let me work on that.
What's been looked for can't be found at all. It can't be found.
It can't be found because there's nothing to find, right?
Because it's everything already. It's everything already.
Let me work on that one. Thank you very much.
Alright, Stu, thanks for the call.
Are you going to be on every week, or are you?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm going on holiday in a few weeks' time, but I'll let you know. I'll let you know nearer the time.
Okay, thanks a
Okay,
lot.
bye.
Bye bye.
What a funny message. So if you want to call in, then you can call in. I'll stay online a bit longer. My book is finally finished. I've read it to death. I'm bored of it now, so I've approved it on Amazon, and hopefully it's error free. But if it's not, then oh well. It should be available between 3 to 5 working days. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, maybe Saturday. It should be available to buy, or yeah, Saturday. That's 4 days. So. And I always undervalue things. I was gonna price it as $4.99, but someone told me I should raise it a little bit because it was too low. So I've reluctantly raised it. I feel so bad. I've raised it to $7.99. It's quite a lot of money for the book because it's such a thin book. I'll show it you. It's here. So I feel so bad charging £8 for a book this thin, but I was told to raise the price from $4.99, so I've got $7.99. It's really, yeah, it's really thin. That's £8. I feel really bad. But the quality is in the subject. It's such a good quality, you know, chapters, and so the £8 is actually well spent. Okay, so there's no more calls coming in, so oops. So yeah, I'm going to be coming back every week again now. My boycott of the broadcast was very short-lived. I just the way it can look to the person. You see someone talking about this subject on the screen, and they've got a book out and they're doing talks and this and that, and it looks as if there's someone who's got somewhere and has something, and like a celebrity in a way. And what I'm talking about has got nothing to do with that. Nothing at all to do with that image. So I wanted to just get out of the whole portrayal of that. doing interviews and all that kind of stuff, and being loved by followers, and that isn't the message. But that's just how it goes. That's just the way it is. That's just how it looks. That's just how it goes. Oh, it's funny. What can you do? That's how it looks. I think expressing it helped, and now it's gone, so I'm okay again. So there's no more calls, so I'm going to go. And I'll see you next Thursday at the same time, 8:30 or 20:30 to people who like that military time. Okay, bye everyone. Bye.